So I'm out at Warner Vans and we're picking up another van. This one right here I think is ours, this blue gray one. And then we've got another one that just came in that we'll probably be picking up in a day or two. We just need to wire the money and we'll see if we can find that one. But anyway, we're gonna go in, sign the final paperwork and drive this baby away. So here is the one we're picking up today. This is how they come to us, empty cargo. We do get them with the window on the slider and the windows in the back here. So we don't typically order them with the window. They're the crew window. We add that if we need it. So if we're doing a van with a shower, then we leave that and we just insulate it. But if we're doing our Moab plan, which has the kitchen galley behind the driver's seat, then we will add a window there. And then we add the capsules in the back and everything else. So this one's a blank slate. We'll be starting on it right away. This one's already spoken for, but we've got two more. We've got that gray white, and then we have a pebble gray, both available. So if you're interested, hit us up. So this is what color? This is gray white, right? Gray white, first one I've seen of this. Here's compared, well, a whole bunch of Arctic white down there. That's Arctic white, so just a little bit. And there's a pebble gray next to it, so you can kind of tell the difference.
I think that pebble gray's giving it some color too.
Yep. Yeah, so it's a good looking van. Better than Arctic white, I think. So we order all of our vans with the Premium Plus package, which includes that 10-inch touchscreen. And then we always get the Comfort Plus package, which has the electric heated seats, swivel seats. We pretty much order them loaded from the factory. So yeah, you're getting a really very comfortable, awesome van. And then we build it out to your specs. One thing that I think is pretty cool about these all-wheel drive vans is the gas mileage. You can see there, I've only driven 10 miles. We're getting almost 21 miles a gallon. I expect that to go up. They probably had it sitting idling and stuff. I've only driven it 2 miles. It had 8 miles when I started. I find that these are getting empty about 22 or 23 miles a gallon. I don't know yet built out, but I'm expecting they'll be 18 to 20. Which is about 4 or 5 miles per gallon better than the four-wheel drives. These all-wheel drives drive really nicely. They have the power-assisted steering, more like the two-wheel drive versions, where the four-wheel drives, the steering was pretty kind of hard to turn, especially when you're going slow. The all-wheel drives drive a lot more like the two-wheel drives. So you're getting a lot of benefits with the all-wheel drive, with most of the benefits that you have in the four-wheel drive. You know, four-wheel drive would definitely be better if you were, in rutted out roads or, things like that, really heavy duty off-roading. But for most people with just snow, slick roads, muddy, things like that, the all-wheel drive is going to be better for them anyway. And then with the better gas mileage, easier, just a more comfortable drive, I'm really liking it. One other thing about these vans, we order all of them with a 5-year, 100,000-mile extended warranty. So when you take delivery of a van that we build out, it's going to have around 100 miles on it. And then you've got the remainder of that warranty, the extended warranty transfers over to you. So you've got a long time, that you don't have to worry about any repairs. And then on the service, these vans only require service every 20,000 miles. So at 20,000, they have what's called Service A, which is typically depends on the dealer, but around $200 to $400. And then at 40,000 miles, it would be Service B, and that's usually about $600 to $800, a little more involved than Service A. And then at 60,000, it's back to Service A, and then 80,000 Service B, and follows those intervals. So they're really, I've heard people say, oh, parts are hard to get, or the maintenance is expensive, or repairs are expensive. Well, you're going to have a van for, 100,000 miles, 5 years, that's really worry-free. So you really can have peace of mind when you buy one of these vans. Also, while I was out there, we contacted our guy at the Warner Vans yesterday to see if they had any build slots available, and they said that they did not. And today we were out there, and he said, "Guess what? I just had one open up." And so I just placed an order for another one that'll be built on January 11th, which means we'll get it end of January, early February of next year. And we're able to spec them out exactly how we want them. And so it's really nice that way. So I would encourage you, if you're looking for a van, trying to get one, contact a few dealers because they're really limited on the number of build slots they get. Our guy out here just said he only gets about 10% of the build slots that he actually wants. So they only get a handful of them a month, and they usually have a waiting list for them. But if you keep contacting your dealer and just keep bugging them about it, you never know when one day somebody backs out and you can take their spot. That's happened actually a couple of vans. The one I just placed the order on, and then also the gray white one that I showed you, both of those were vans where somebody else had it ordered and backed out. If you get in early enough, you can still change all the specs, which we were able to do. I was able to, on this van that has a build slot for January, I was able to give them all the specs that I want, and they'll build it exactly the way I want it. And I'm going to do it in stone gray, which is, I think stone gray and blue gray are my two favorite colors. We also saw one out there that's a silver gray, that's kind of a concrete looking gray, which is a pretty cool color as well. So hopefully you can see that there. Just about to my house, we've driven this van 33 miles, and we're averaging 25 miles a gallon. So just as a kind of point of reference, I've driven quite a few vans from the dealership back to my house. Like I said, it's about, this van already had 8 miles on it, so it's about 25 miles. And in my experience, the two-wheel drive vans, the two-wheel drive V6s would get about 18 or 19 miles a gallon. The V6 4x4s would get about 16 or 17 miles a gallon. And this one, just driving back, I got 25. This is a 4-cylinder twin turbo. So it's really pretty amazing to me how good the gas mileage is on these things and how peppy they are. So it is a twin turbo 4-cylinder. The old 4-wheel drives were V6 single turbo. And so the new ones, the all-wheel drives, have just a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more torque, but the gas mileage absolutely just blows me away. Like I said, I haven't driven one of these fully built out, but I'm thinking it's going to be pushing 20 miles a gallon, on highway driving. So really awesome. We're at my house now. I'm just going to step out and just one more time show you around this van. So here we are. There we are, the inside of it. This thing's a blank slate. Like I said, this one is sold. So we'll start building this one out in just a few days. We'll start ordering parts in, getting the contract buttoned up with the customer. This van is actually for a repeat customer. They have a van, my second van that I built. They're actually keeping that van. They have a house on the East Coast, and then this one, they have a house out here in Utah. They're gonna keep out here for their Western travel. So pretty cool to be able to have two vans, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. So if you wanna follow along with this build and others, then subscribe to the channel. We really thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Jeff, Thrive Vans, thrive on. See ya.